I stumbled on this video. Let's just watch it together. The Art of Doing Nothing. I'm an expert at that, so let's see if they know what they're talking about. Salem Saleh, interesting player. Okay, there they go with the advertising. All right, everybody knows this position. Everyone plays the same stuff. Here we go again. Gonna go for d4, like a delayed Sicilian. You're just gonna get the d4 later. Develop castle. Uh, right. You would think d5, but then e5 comes and it'll be an attack. So what should you do with black here? Actually, this one looks good for white now, sort of. You must wait until d4 comes before you go d5. So that when it goes e5, you can plunk the knight on e4. The d5 pawn is there holding e4. What else can you try? I don't like this e5, but maybe you get, yeah. He went for e5. This is knight bd2 probably. Knight bd2. And then you try to use the light squares, you know? Isn't this a good version for white? Sort of. You get... Okay. Surprised you didn't go to c4. Oh, you didn't want to get tempoed by b5? But then you can go back to e3. Okay, but b5's coming anyway, I assume. I mean, what else can you do? And why'd you go rook b8 if you're not going b5 right away? What's this? More weaknesses on the king side? Knight g3? Or knight e3. Can choose. Oh, he didn't want bishop g5 to come. I mean, you could have gone knight c4 to provoke b5. Then in this position, you have the open a file. He has a pawn on b5. All right, so it's sort of the same. So, what to do here? I mean, yeah, knight d5 is Magnus's style. He might even just take the bishop. Not so great to take the bishop, though. It's not the best bishop in the world, right? All those dark pawns. Doesn't have a lot of scope. Well, that's clever. See? That was clever. Now he's going to replace it with the other knight. He's good at this Rubik's Cube sort of thing, right? Where you just twirl it around until it's done. And if you do put the bishop on, well, the rook can come on a6 now. Right? You took the square. Yeah. I don't like this position for black. The knight is coming back to e3 and is going to... I don't know how I feel about e5. He opened all the light squares. Shouldn't be that bad. Okay, you can take on a8 and go bishop d5, maybe pin the knight. But I'm not sure. Yeah, bishop d5. Maybe then he gets queen b3. Take on a8, bishop d5. Yeah. And then he's got to do something, and then you get... Well, okay. Now he's got permanent horse. Yeah, queen b3. It's light square affair. It's nice for him. I'm exhausted, guys. I've been playing. My chess has been so bad lately. Oh, another thing, chess.com, you know what they do? I got three, the chess YouTube thing, Chess Road's YouTube channels. I just made it for the channel. And I'm playing like bad. The 10th Planet and Chateau Le Fish are the other ones with the title on the handle. And because I'm paying for those, the I can move fast. And on the one I'm not paying for, they slow me down intentionally. They slow it down, like they don't have enough money, right? Because they're begging me to pay. I'm like, I'm already paying for, well, I'm not paying because I'm titled, but maybe it's verification. Okay, so that kind of refutes my whole argument. I need a coffee, but verification. Oh, for non-title, they want me to pay, right? That's why they're slowing it down. See, I knew there was a reason. I was thinking about it, something. Okay, what happened in the chess? He managed to wiggle out of this whole business. See, I went off on a wild tangent and I lost track of what was happening. Can we go back here just a second? Back to this position. Okay. We know where we are. It looked like he made many good moves in a row that I missed. Okay. Yeah. Well, Rook B8. No. Queen A5. Okay. You gotta develop this bishop. What? Oh, he was worried about knight D4. The pawn was pinned. Well, Magnus is gonna work the magic somehow. Yeah, I mean, evacuate that horse. So, who's better and why? Slight advantage for white. Bishop on F8. Whoa. He's opening the squares a little bit. I imagine bring the king in the game. You can bring the king in the game. Or maybe you can take it and go knight B6. And then he has to play knight A5. It doesn't seem like much. They could just bring a king in the game. Doesn't seem to be a problem. So he's kind of up a king, right? His king's in the center and Saleh's king is hanging out in no man's land. Okay. What's D4? Oh, knight here. Oh, pawn on pre. Okay, the guy doesn't miss a trick. Whoa. What's that? No say. What? That's what's going on here. I don't understand. I mean, oh, I see. That was a clever trick, yeah. Rook takes B2 and you couldn't stop B1. So Magnus just brought the king. And that's that. Look at this. Look at this guy play. And it looks so simple when he does it, right? It looks so simple. It looks so simple when he makes the moves. He didn't do anything special in this game, but it was very beautiful. It's kind of like an Aikido master. He's like an Aikido grandmaster, you know. You're doing whatever, you're swinging, flailing, and he just like flips you, and you're on the ground, and he's just walking off down Broadway. Okay, that was very interesting. Let's see. What's this? So we already Sublime play. That was no. I don't want to see Sublime. Chess flow. No, we know. Catalan structure. No thanks. Title Tuesday. Rustamov. I used to play with Rustamov on ICC. He's an animal. Everybody gets older, but he's an animal, man. He used to beat everybody all day when he was younger. Like, forget it, when he was 30, his blitz was out of control. Very strong. One of these solid guys that never hangs anything. It's an unusual way to play. I like it already. I like it. Looks like he just woke up. The crazy thing is, this is probably in his own laptop, or he's probably in his own laptop here. Very animated. I don't know what he's probably talking about. Penguins. Okay. It's very pleasant, dark diagonal coming. Whoa. He doesn't get shocked by anything. Queen b6 definitely not on my menu. I don't want to see a knight coming on c4 someday and just kick me away. Okay, you can go. Yeah, now you're gonna get tempoed. That's clever, though. This is very active. Yeah, you have to defend. He doesn't look concerned at all. If I grew up on mackerel cake, I wouldn't be concerned either. Just chilling in the fjords at a yodeling contest. That was not how. That was not my neighborhood. My neighborhood wasn't like that. If you were screaming and hearing an echo, you were in an alley, and you were screaming because someone was coming after you with a knife, or trying to hit you in the face with a brick. That's how New York was in the 70s, in the 80s on the street. We had a guy come up to us with a shotgun at the chess tables in Riverside Park. Yep. It's a little different from Magnus's environment. Imagine you're just playing a chess game, right? Some guy comes up to you and just pulls a shotgun out of his coat. We're all just sitting there playing chess. Another day, another day, another day. Some guy just came and just threw a brick at the table as hard as he could. Some crazy guy with a mohawk. Let's disturb my equilibrium slightly. That's why we're having this beautiful sermon here today. It was rough out there. It was rough out there. Okay, so he just, you know, pushed back. He just pushed all the pieces back. I mean, how does he do it? First of all, he's very calm. You see, he has this calm to me. He's got fire underneath, but he's calm when he's calculating. I know people like that. They're very calm when they're trading or stuff, or they're in their element in surgery, But then they're really strange outside of their comfort zone, you know. Like I play a ton of poker, right? I played a ton of poker in my life, like millions of hands of poker, and sometimes I feel more stable when I'm in that environment than anywhere else. And the chessboard, it's nice because you can focus on one thing, or you can try to focus on one thing. That's another uh, difficult task in some level. If you're scatterbrained at the board, that's hard. You know, look, he just goes back, covers all the squares, and now e5 is coming. Um, and then I guess he'll put the other knight on for the c knight on e4 just to trade. Oh, look at this. Here he goes doing. He's just going back again. He's got everything covered. And what does he want? Bishop e5 maybe? Corrupt the rooks a little bit. That's very, very annoying actually. If he gets bishop e5, rook c6, knight d4, what are you doing? If you move the rook off the c line, it's b4. A bishop e5 looks. Why doesn't he go bishop e5? It looked like it was winning. Just bishop e5 and then b4 was coming. Yeah, he missed it a move before. Yeah, you see, I saw it before him. See, the tic tacs. That's it. Now he's gonna win because rook c6 rook c6 knight d4, and then the rook has to leave the file, and then b4 comes. So that's game. So one move, little seasoning. You need a little more seasoning, kid. You need a little more seasoning, kid. You'll get there. Look at all these ads. No, that makes me happy. G4, you didn't need G4. Okay, now I feel much better. I'm playing like a dog. My own chess is just, it's gross. But it's very tilting. There's a couple things that are tilting. One, if like you're being like auto lagged. And then the second one is that you have to wake up and do things in the daytime because society demands action. And I don't want to do a damn thing. That's why I saw that video this morning, The Art of Doing Nothing, and I was inspired. Today I'm gonna play a little poker. I'm gonna play some poker. Poker? I don't even know her. It's an old bad joke. Okay, he's up a piece. Rustamov doesn't like to give up, and he's up a piece and a small portion of time. He's up a piece. Okay, but you still have to win, right? He's probably good enough to win like the world. Do we think he's the greatest of all time? Do we think he's the GOAT? It depends on your taste. If you like swashbuckling chess, with the animal tactics, no, right? Then you would prefer Kasparov. If you enjoy smooth positional play, some people would say Karpov, But no, for the smooth positional play, he's got to be the apex predator. He's really amazing. For defense, that people who can wiggle out of any position, any spot, and find a way, That's Hikaru. I've never seen like somebody swing so many games like Hikaru. It's incredible that he's so resilient. He likes this game. It's good. Yeah. Okay. Next case. Next case. What else do we have? All right. So what's this? Oh, okay. Slav. Slav. Chebanenko. Yeah. I can't shake this girl. This girl's still in my brain. It's been in my brain for a year and a half. And we're not hanging out anymore. And it's not over in my head. It's not over, but it's over. I was too resistant to settling down, I think. I don't know. Some other issues. Like dealing with business and work and love and all that. It's very hard. I don't know how anybody manages it. I think they do it only because they have children together. And I used to be a school teacher, right? I was an assistant teacher in special ed for a couple of years. And I worked with this woman. She said, if you don't have kids together, there's no reason to stay together. Which is probably not true. Like, you might just love someone and want to stay with them. But in general, she was saying that wears off. And then, but if you have kids, it's more permanent, right? You're stuck with them and you're stuck with them. Because you're biologically connected now, genetically linked. And people get ego about, perpetuating their own DNA. So when they do that with someone, they're sort of like, well, okay, it's a piece of me, it's a piece of you. We're in this unity permanently. That's it. But then even that can dissolve because I was in divorce court once, and I saw all these couples and they used to hate each other. I mean, they used to love each other, and now they just look at each other with venom in their heart. I should make a video one day just about the traveling, just about all the places I went. I drove 19 times across America. I hung out with swamp people. I hung out with farmers. Um, I would just get in the car and roll. I used to drive from Texas to California just because I liked the juice bar. There's a juice bar called the Punch Bowl in what's this? I always forget the name of the neighborhood. But there's an interesting Italian restaurant there too, Little Dom's, where all the like some stars hang out. And then the Punch Bowl had this delicious juice, and I would just hop in the car and drive from Texas to California, go hang out, have some juice, stay a couple nights, and roll home. And when you're a guy like that, you see cowboys, Indians, they go down to the border, see if some Mexicans are sneaking through the fence. I didn't assume they were, but the sheriff told me they were. I met the sheriff in a diner in Fort Hancock, Texas, and he said, if you want to have a good time, go down to the fence, watch some Mexicans sneak through. I said, what do you mean? You're the sheriff, man. You're the sheriff. Aren't you going to do anything about that? That's not my job. That's Border Patrol. I said it just like that. Should have set up my chessboard in that diner. You can set up your chess set anywhere. You'll meet someone. You'll meet someone. Like this girl I met in a bagel shop. I shouldn't have gone in there. Nah. You know, I'm glad. I'm glad I went in there. I'm glad. I'm very, very glad. I'm very glad I met her. Sometimes you meet people that restore your faith in humanity. They say that there's someone decent out there, you know. Some beautiful people. When you're on the road and it's like lonely in hotels and you're looking for some light somewhere, and then you go, oh man, wow, here it is. And meanwhile, I don't like Neiman's position because you're taking on c4. By the way, it's going to be, if you eat on c5, right, you're a little corrupted. I think he just takes on c4, and this bishop is very powerful. Okay, just move away. Yeah, bishop a3. Yeah, what's wrong with bishop a3? He wants to be fancy. Oh, he wants to play. Oh, on queen c5, he's taking b7. He didn't see any reason why not. Now he's going to fade out. And then he can't take on b2 because rook c1, rook c8. So he's winning a pawn. Maybe bishop a3 was possible also. Okay. See, this is where his technique. Let's pay attention. Because I'm babbling. Let's pay attention. Because this is where he shines. In the empty space. Oh. See what I mean? He doesn't miss a trick. He makes them look like Muppets. World-class players who study chess 10 hours a day, and he makes them look like Muppets. Muppetville. Yeah, you think you're taking on b2. Oh, look. They show an old man doing Tai. I love it. Look at the old man. Dude, working it with a young gal. So they sell the Tai Chi so you can get a young gal too. To take on a queen. You want a young gal? Just get this Tai Chi class, man. It's walking Tai Chi. Okay, what's going on here? Is this going to be, is there some trick? I mean, he just comes to the 8th rank and... Wait a minute here. There has to be a mate there. Hold the phone. Are you serious right now? Come on, guys. What is this? He went where? He went G5. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. And then he went knight d3 because he's just being Magnus. But isn't there a mate here somewhere, somehow? I mean, I understand he's holding the f8 square. It's incredible. That's incredible. There's no mate. King G7. How are we clearing him out of there? Like, if you just wanted to go for the mate. That's fascinating. I don't see it either. This is where you sit and you're playing blitz, right? You're sitting here looking at the position, and you think forever, and you don't find it, and then you lose on time. So Magnus just moves away real quick. I feel like there should be some way to win though. It feels like it. You know, you want to take on h6, but it doesn't work. There's knight h7. Super shocking. Okay. The computer probably finds something there. Wow. No, I would have been searching. I would have been searching. I would have been searching for a long time there and then lose on time. Magnus just Magnus just says rook c7 and knight c5. You just bring the rook down. He did it the Magnus way. It's just not fair. He's kind of good at this game. He's kind of good at this game. Okay. That's enough babbling for one day. Uh does anybody see anything in this position, by the way? Maybe you can do this as an exercise for yourself. He just went knight d3. He didn't even think too long about it. Yeah, he just went knight d3. Bro, like if we stare at this one in a second. Yeah. G5. It's incredible. I didn't see it. Gotta be something. All right. Poker preparations now. All right. See you later, guys.